Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 7:13 p.m. I forgot today's date. Oh, it's Tuesday, June the 9th, 2026, year of our Lord. Well, that's a beautiful day. It's overcast right now, but there's a spot right in front of my truck where there's a hole in the clouds that the sun is peeking through. And I've got my visor pulled down right now. And man, I'm gonna tell you, look, well, the sun's actually disappearing behind that cloud, so that's a good thing. Anyway, there was a major glare on my face, and it's still somewhat of a glare. I hope y'all can see me well. If not, I do apologize. You're just gonna have to get over it, man. It's one of them things, you know, either get over it or die mad. That's what my daddy used to tell me. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. Anyway, man, it's a good day today. Today was a good day. We didn't have a whole lot on the list, man. We had 8 properties on the list. Wound up being 7. I told y'all in the video yesterday that I had a one-time job for a woman down the road that I was going to try to put on the list today. And there's a miscommunication between her and I. She's not understanding what I'm telling her. She's an Asian woman. I don't know. Korean, Chinese, Jap, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. But all I know is that she's Asian, and there's a language barrier there. She's got a very thick Asian accent when she tries to speak English, and when she does speak English, it's not very fluent. You know what I mean? So we're texting through communication, we're communicating through text. I said that backwards. We're communicating through text, and she's misunderstanding everything I'm telling her. Evidently she thought that I meant that there was no way I was going to be able to do that throughout the week, and I'll take the blame for that. But what I actually told her was that I would try to put her on the list today, and that I would try. I can't guarantee her that I would be able to get it done throughout the week, because I have to take care of my maintenance customers first. That's what pays the bills. And most people understand that when you tell them something like that, man. When you've got recurring customers that are loyal to you, been paying the whole time, and that's the people that keep you afloat, most people understand when you tell them that. But this woman, she just doesn't understand, and I think a lot of it has to do with the language barrier there. And we had room today. We got done today probably about 1:30 with the last one, and my plan was to go by there. The yard needs to be mowed. The first cut. She just moved in this house. The yard needs to be mowed. It is out of hand. Her beds need to be cleaned out. There's some weeds in that bed that is in those beds that are as tall as I am, and I'm 5'10", and some of those weeds, you know, I did some test pulls when I went over there to do the quote, and some of those weeds, you can just yank them up by hand. It's not that hard. And but the rest of them, you know, there is no border or anything, so my plan was to get all the way up against the house with the mower and mulch it up the best I could with the chute blocker closed, and then knock everything down the rest of the way with the weed eater, spray it with glyphosate. She has already bought mulch. She's already bought a weed barrier, which I absolutely despise weed barriers unless I'm doing rocks, but it is what it is. But and she also has some branches hanging over her fence in the backyard. They're not big branches, just small branches. She told me I could just throw them in the woods behind her fence, and that was the plan. And to do all that and put the mulch in, I'm gonna say it'd probably take an hour and 45 minutes. Very small cookie cutter lawn. Oh, and also trim the bushes, get those cleaned up. I would say an hour and 45 minutes. It's not a big yard. The grass is high, yes, but I mean a double mow would knock it down, especially with the walker. And then it's just, I was going to try to get it done today, and let her know last night that I was going to try to get it done today. And I heard from her probably about 11 o'clock today. She texted me and told me that she wanted to hold off because her house is locked up and the mulch is in the garage, the mulch and the weed fabric, and she wasn't going to be home until later on this evening, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, to to be able to unlock her house and where I can have access to the mulch. And I say an hour and 45 minutes. That's with me and both of my boys working on it. I couldn't do it by myself in an hour and a half, but with their help I could. But she texted me back, and I texted her back and told her, I said, well, what I can do is I can go ahead and come by there, get the lawn mowed, get the beds cleaned out, get the weeds sprayed and killed, and put down some preen, and then take care of the branches in the backyard and take care of the shrubs while I'm there. That way when I do come back, all I would have to do was put down the weed fabric and put the mulch in. And it's not much mulch at all, somewhere between a yard and a half, 2 yards. I didn't measure it because she said she already has the mulch. So yard and a half, 2 yards of mulch with 3 guys. I mean, my boys know how to do mulch. They've done it with me plenty of times. That's one thing that I do let them do, and that they're good at that, and they're quick, they're efficient at it. So that a yard and a half, 2 yards of mulch, that might take 30 minutes at the most. I mean, the hardest part of that would be putting the weed fabric down, and there really isn't anything to that either. But she told me she'd rather hold off and get the whole thing done at one time, and I'm like, wow, you're kind of hamstringing me here. So she did tell me that that she had stuff going on this weekend, and she had some stuff that she had to get done, taken care of, and she wasn't gonna be able to do it this weekend. And then she told me to come by sometime between Friday and next Friday and the 22nd to take care of it. I've got stuff on the list, man. I do. And it's irritating. It is. Talk to my buddy Buster down at New Hope Cuts. He really is my voice of reason. Between him and Mama Tank, man, they drive me insane. They make too much sense. They think too logical for me, man. I'm more like old Ray over there at Ray's Lawn and Landscape. I'd rather go scorched earth on somebody. That's me. But my good friend over there at New Hope Cuts, Buster Davis, he talked me off of the ledge. I was ready to just tell her to find somebody else because it's irritating. He talked me off the ledge. He said, "Look, Tank, man, you can find a couple hours in the evening to knock it out, man." And that's probably what I'm gonna wind up doing, because Fridays and Saturdays for the next, including this weekend, for the next 3 weeks, I'm tied up, man. I've got other jobs on the list, and it's gonna be, I'm 3 months out, or I'm a month out almost before I can schedule anything else on the weekends. So this is the last chance though. If I can't get it done next weekend or Monday evening, the 22nd, if I can't get it done then, she really is going to have to find somebody else, man, because I'm not going to deal with this kind of stress over something that small, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But anyways, guys, on a brighter note, that's really the only thing I have to complain today. It's the only thing I have to complain about. I did 3 quotes today. I actually picked up another one too. It wasn't a quote that I did today. I actually did this Friday, and the guy texted me today, or I'm sorry, he texted me yesterday, my bad, and told me he wanted to start service the first week in July. So I've actually got him on the schedule right now for Thursday, July the 2nd, and I picked up 2 of the quotes that I did today. I'm still waiting to hear back from another guy. I really don't see why I wouldn't get this this quote, this property, unless he's just super cheap. But it is what it is, man. And I'm not gonna hound him about it or anything like that. I'm not, I'll send up a follow-up email before too long, after 2 or 3 days, just to follow up with him. And if I don't hear anything back, I'll just chalk it up to didn't get that one. But no big deal. But hey, I did pick up 3 so far this week, and it's only Tuesday. And I'm hoping that the Lord continues to bless my business this week, man, and bless me as well. And things are going good, man. The past 2 weeks, I actually counted it up earlier, that, counting last week and this week, so far this week, I've picked up 13 customers. I thought it was only like 6 or 7, but it's 13. I counted it up while I was adding everybody into Yard Book, and that puts me at 72 customers right now, 72 recurring maintenance customers. You know, I've got other customers that I do very large bus jobs for, and other customers that call me out to do pine straw twice a year, and customers that call me out just strictly for mulch once a year, strictly for tree jobs once. I mean, you know, you get the gist of it. But as far as weekly mowing customers, weekly or bi-weekly maintenance customers, mowing, lawn maintenance customers, that puts me at 72. And so I'm 8 shy of getting to my goal for the year. My goal for the year is to get to 80 customers, and everything I'm picking up, if I get to 80 customers, you know, it's really all in God's plan. You know, if it's meant for me to get to 80 customers, great. If not, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm living a comfortable lifestyle with the 70, somewhere around. I was actually living a comfortable lifestyle with the 60 customers I had. 60 customers I had, I just wasn't able to. Things were a little bit tighter than what I wanted it to be in my business funds. You get what I'm saying? So, but you know, since I've picked up these customers, yeah, it should get a lot better for me, and it actually is already. It's a noticeable difference. I mean, I'm not the most expensive guy in town, but at the same time, I'm definitely not the cheapest guy in town. I'm not the guy that's going out charging $40, $45, $50 for a bi-weekly loan. That's not me. But I am doing pretty good right now, and I'm very pleased with that. And if I get to 80, I'll be happy. And anything after that, man, is just a bonus if I get to that point. But like I said, guys, it's all in the plan of the Lord. It's all in His will, His timing, not mine. And all I can do is see what happens, man. But I do gotta say, man, the day after my youngest daughter graduated high school, that was, Lord, that was the week before we had all that rain, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember the date that she graduated, but either way, it was the Friday before we had that torrential rain that we had, that 11 days straight of rain. We actually went out that Saturday and put door hangers on every single house in my neighborhood. There's 303 houses in the neighborhood, and all but about 30 we put actually it was all but about 40 we put door hangers on. And the ones we didn't put door hangers on is ones that I already have as customers or my direct neighbors. I do not do work for my direct neighbors. I have a rule in my business: I don't like working for family. It's not that I don't like to, I just don't feel comfortable working for family. Don't feel comfortable charging family members. I don't feel comfortable charging my buddies, and I don't feel comfortable charging my direct neighbors, like the people that are, you know, within 2 or 3 houses of me. You know what I mean? That's just the way I was raised. That's just me. I don't feel comfortable doing that, and so I don't do that. And you know, I was always raised, you know, you look out for your neighbors, you look out for your family, and you look out for your buddies, man, because at the end of the day, those are the people that you're supposed to be able to depend on, and you never know when you're going to need their help. So that's the way I look at it. And you know, I've had to ask several of my neighbors for help with several different things. All of them are different types of trades, and they've helped me out several times and didn't charge me a dime, so I can't see myself charging them to do lawn care. So that's just the way I am. But anyway, those 40 something houses are the ones we didn't put stuff on. And also, this lady that I'm having trouble with down the road with the language barrier there, she is I picked her up with a door hanger as well. So once I get her done, the door hangers will be paid for. They'll be, I mean, I'll have my money back. I'll have double my money back once I get her job done. And then even if I do decide to tell her to find someone else, this weekly customer up here that I picked up today in my neighborhood, it is a weekly. I don't have very many weeklies. That's just something that people around here don't do, man. They don't do weekly. I don't know why, because every one of these lawns need to be mowed weekly. But it is what it is. But she's a weekly customer, and it's a month. Actually, 3 weeks. Well, no, a month. 4 weeks it will have paid for itself. The door hangers will have paid for itself. So everything after that is straight profit, man. And on the door hangers, so I'm good to go on that. And still have plenty of door hangers left. And I said I was going to take door hangers with me today and put them in this one area that I'm in over in Richmond County in the city of Augusta. And I forgot to bring the door hangers with me, guys. This Chevy that I'm driving, this new truck, the console, I can't fit all the door hangers in there because I've got other stuff. And the way this truck's set up, you can lift that console up, and there's a bench seat that goes all the way across, and you lift that middle seat up, there's a console up under there too, and I can't fit all the door hangers in there. And so my buddy Buster told me I need to go to Dollar General and get a container to put them things in. They make a little small container that the door hangers will fit in, and said I need to get one and put them in there. And the reason I didn't bring them, the reason I don't keep them in here right now is because my boys will destroy them things. They will, if I just have them sitting on the back seat. My oldest boy, he's very careless. He'll get in here and just push all kinds of stuff out of the way. He'll be done ripped the hooks off of them, ripped them in half, and he's very careless with his feet. He puts his feet on everything. Drives me insane. But yeah, I'm scared I'm gonna get my stuff tore up in here, man. So I don't keep them in here. But anyways, guys, another thing I wanted to talk about, man, was first off, shout out to you, Ray. I appreciate you shouting me out in your video today. I appreciate the kind words you had for me. And if y'all aren't subscribed to Ray's Lawn and Landscape, man, I highly suggest going over there and checking him out. He's a pretty smart cat. He's been in the business for a while. He has, and he's got some good nuggets in there. And he just brings it to you like it is, man. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells it like it is. And if you comment something stupid in his comments, you better have thick skin. Because he's coming back at you. And but anyways, appreciate that, Ray. He was talking about me having 70 customers, and I've only been in business 50 years. To me, that's not that much. 50 years, God almighty knows, I don't know where I get that number from. I meant 5 years. I've been in business 5 years, and I've got 70 customers. And the majority of that came from word of mouth and my Google profile, of course. But in my opinion, that's not that much for my area. This is a very large metropolitan area. It's not Atlanta, but it's bigger than a lot of the other places in my state. It's bigger than Savannah. It's bigger than Columbus, bigger than Valdosta, some of those places like that. I mean, this is a very, very, very populated area. And it is oversaturated with landscapers, but at the same time, we could have 50 more landscapers around here, and it still wouldn't be enough, man. It just wouldn't. There's plenty of grass to go around in my area, so people are all the time calling and texting and emailing, wanting quotes for different things. So this is a very good area to live in if you're a lawn care provider or a landscaper, because people are always looking for that type of work. And you can stay busy in this area. And truth be told, I should have over 100 customers right now. If I hadn't have worn my heart on my sleeves last year, I would have over 100 customers. But I've always had a hard time biting my tongue. I have a very low tolerance level for stupidity. And I have a low tolerance level for impatience too. You know, some things you just can't help in business. And that's probably my most toxic characteristic is my low tolerance level for these certain things: stupidity, ignorance, and impatience. So that's where I'm at on that. But I should have over 100 customers. I should have a lot more than what I have, but it's my fault. Can't blame nobody but myself, and it is what it is, man. And I'm getting better about it. But I do want to say, man, 70 customers doesn't sound like a whole lot, especially when you're looking at channels like Green Acres. Chad over there at Green Acres, that guy's got around 200 something customers. That's crazy. And I don't know if he did this by himself as a solo guy. I know he's got a crew, But I know the other week when it rained, he said he mowed 90 properties. I don't know if he's talking about him and his guys, or if he's talking about himself. But guys, that's you mowing 90 properties in a week by yourself. You are cooking, man. You are moving. And I can't do that. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I can't do that, guys. I've told y'all before, about the most I can get in an 8-hour day is 10 to 13 properties, and I will work 10 hours, but in 10 hours I can probably get 15, maybe 16 if I push it. But whew, I couldn't imagine doing 90 customers in a week, man. That's not by myself. That's rough. But if that's what he's doing, man, he's crushing it. And but anyways, but 70 customers, if you're charging right just on the maintenance, you can live off of that. If you can't live off of that, you need to look at your finances and you need to reevaluate some things. But you can live off of 70 customers. You really can, as long as you're pricing them right. You know your numbers. But also, man, you got to think about this too. Each customer you have, look at your clientele base. When you look at your clientele base, you're looking at a gold mine. You really are. You've got so many different things you can do on all of your properties. If you've got 70 properties that you're servicing, there's a minimum on those 70 properties. There's a minimum of 2 services you can offer. If all you do is cut grass and trim bushes, that's 2 services right there. Okay? Throw tree pruning in the mix. That's 3 services. Throw mulch, pine straw, rock installation in the mix. That's 4 services. Get into landscaping, renovating plant beds, replacing sod, coming in and ripping out an entire property of grass and bringing in new sod. That's 6 services right there, guys. Your customers, your clientele base is a gold mine. It really is. So I tell people all the time, get good at one service before you start offering multiple services. And when I say get good at one service, I'm kind of lumping lawn maintenance and shrub maintenance, shrub trimming. I'm kind of lumping that together. Get good at that throughout the summer, spring, early fall. Get good at that, okay? Focus on that and that alone. And I'm telling you that because if you try to focus on getting good at several things, or having multiple services and you're doing them all up front at the same time, you're going to get overwhelmed. I mean, I know my buddy Buster down there at New Hope Cuts, man. He does all kinds of stuff. He really does. He's got his hands in a bunch of different things. But he's built different than a lot of people, man. He can handle that kind of stuff. He's good at what he does. And he's also been doing it for a while, too. But you got to start, and you got to get good at each service, man. So try to focus on getting good at one service. Get good at the maintenance. And then throw in tree work. Get good at that. Throw in mulch and pine straw and rock installation. Get good at that. Sooner or later, it's going to get cold, okay? Once it gets cold, services are going to fall off. Then comes leaves. Once your leaves start falling, that's a whole different animal, man. That is literally money growing off of trees. People say that money don't grow on trees. I beg to differ. It does, man. You're looking at dollar bills. That's what you got to look at leaves as. So that's a different animal. And that can be a very lucrative service in and of itself. So it can also extend your season. But yeah, man, your clientele base is a gold mine. So don't just think you've got to have, I've got to have 200 customers to be able to make a decent living. Man, that's not necessarily true. Yeah, you want to have guaranteed recurring income, but even your recurring income is not guaranteed, guys. You're always taking a risk no matter what, especially as a small business owner. You're always taking a risk. And that's the beauty of it, guys. With risk comes reward. And got to look at it like this, man. This entire country, this American experiment, was a risk. And I'd say it's worked out. But yeah, man, look at your clientele base. If you need to make more money, think of other services you can offer that you're good at, that you know how to do, and offer those services, man. It's a lot of this stuff really isn't hard. Side isn't hard, man. It's not. It can be labor intensive sometimes, but a lot of times, man, it's common sense. If you know how to put a puzzle together, you can put side in. And but anyways, guys, just wanted to hop on here and chat with y'all for a minute, man. I'm gonna try to get back in the swing of putting a video out once a day, maybe once every 2 days or something. Even if I ain't got nothing to talk about, man, I still might jump on here, man. I'm trying to get my numbers up, man. I'm trying to build my channel up, trying to get it to the next level. Not to make money or anything like that, but from what I understand, you're not gonna make a whole lot of money off of YouTube anyway. So I'm not really worried about that. But I'm trying to get my subscribers up. That way I can actually help people that are starting their businesses, man. Give people some information, give people some advice, things like that. And I don't claim to know it all, but I've been through enough fires that I do know a few things. And I've been around the block a time or two. And but hey, man, so if y'all would, if you see this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And if you don't, if you don't mind, comment on the video. And even if you don't like it, I don't care, man. Tell me anyway. Tell me why you don't like it. Tell me what I can do different. But anyways, y'all be blessed out there. Hope y'all had a great day today. Hope y'all have an even better day tomorrow. Until the next video, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.